Hi everybody, I'm Cliff, founder of CultureSpots, and today we're filming on site at the Barnes Foundation in Center City, Philadelphia, where I'll be speaking with Lynn Berkowitz, who runs their family and community programs. One of Lynn's main priorities is to engage kids of all ages at the Barnes Foundation. So today we're meeting to talk about why this is so important and how their mobile audio tour collaboration with the Cultural Alliance, their stamp program,
I think it's important for two ways. Number one, it's really first and foremost the mission of the institution. It personifies exactly and is an important tool to make the mission of the institution a reality. Now, number two, cultural institutions have an obligation to cultivate the next generation of supporters, visitors, members, patrons, sponsors, and that only comes by and happens when kids are invested at an early age, and it grows from there. So to be able to give a teen or a young person the chance to explore and construct that experience that's relevant to them, meaningful to them, that understanding enriches just living and being a real citizen of this community and this country. The idea of STAMP and that the Barnes Foundation was going to be part of the free Teen Pass program was radical. Again, never before in the history of the institution. So as we've been working with STAMP, it's been a way to open the doors for teens to come here, but it's also opened the doors for what we are capable of doing and how we do it. So when CultureSpots first came up as an idea, I think I might have been the first person who responded, sign us up. To construct their own experience, to make that experience something that's theirs. So often museums and art galleries are dispensers of information. What CultureSpots allows us to do is to provide some tools, prompts, ideas, but then the teens actually make it, which is jaw-dropping. Without a doubt, it was wonderful. Seth is a brave person because he came onto the STAMP program like mid-year and found out that he was part of this project. So it was his first visit to the Barnes Foundation. It was also his first foray into figuring out what he was going to do for CultureSpots. So that's another thing that I'm really appreciative of, is CultureSpots allowed this young man to focus and hone in on the big ideas. And so there was absolutely no chance of indoctrination of this is the official word and this is how you talk about the art. But what we focused on was Dr. Barnes' brilliant philosophy and approach to art and art appreciation. The Barnes method is giving tools and using an objective approach so you engage with the work of art without an intermediary as much as possible. These art displays aren't just art displays. Each wall is a blackboard for learning. He really grappled with that question of how do I, as a teen, as a young man entering this, make sense of this? And he did it with just absolute joy as well as energy.
Walk into room 19 and stand between the benches. Face the largest painting in the room, The Music Lesson, painted by French artist Henri Matisse in 1917. Meet Matisse's family. They are at home listening to The Music Lesson. That's Matisse's daughter, Marguerite, and younger son Pierre playing at the piano together. Older son Jean is reading, and Mrs. Matisse is sewing in the rocking chair in the garden. Matisse put himself in the scene by including the violin he played. What do you see when you look at this family? What are the relationships like?
Again, this is new territory, and it's new for art institutions to give up the position of authority to allow the stories to be told. But everybody was really supportive and really energized and really excited to see what he came up with. Because you know what? It was so Barnesian from start to finish, and the thrill of being able to use what you're looking at, how you're looking at it, and how you're thinking about it as the right answer, with no wrong answer possible. So it was really a thrill for everybody involved in the project. Oh, absolutely. I think our collection is certainly huge and immense in stature and importance, but we're actually not a particularly large institution. There's many others that have a lot more works of art, but I think it's such a scalable project. So CultureSpots would work with an institution with a really tiny collection or special exhibition to one that's huge and significant and big. CultureSpots is a tool for making meaning. And what teen doesn't want to do that? What teen doesn't want to get to know him or herself better? It's a tool to look inward as well as a tool to look outward. And I just think it's an amazing experience.